What's up YouTube? Back to another video today. Today I'm going to be talking about this weak points on an lt1000 lawn tractor. Whether you have a racing mower out of it or an off-road lawn tractor, it's really good to watch this video just to make sure and see what some weak points could be on this lawn tractor. Like, I have a bent tie rod now, my lawn tractor transmission is starting to just leak a little bit of oil, and then also just a few more weak spots in the frame, and a few other things that you might want to brace or fix up in the steering too. Alright, let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off on this thing is my tie rod up front. This tire is straight and pretty much in line with the frame, while this one is way out. So, right here, my tie rod got bent just right there, so I'm going to take that out, straighten it out, and then brace it today. And then also with my steering rod, I'm going to take that out, brace it today, and then also when I install these newer tires, I'm going to do another video because I'm going to lower this axle, and then I'm going to have more range in it so that this axle can move a little bit farther up and down, because those tires are going on the back here. And then another weak spot I had in it was the transaxle is kind of leaking right now. Obviously I made my own shifter right now for it, which I'm probably going to have to adjust when these tires go in, because these are going to be too big in order to go in reverse. But it's good for now. And then transaxle, I'll say that later. So another weak spot that I always kind of am getting frustrated with off and on, when even in my 75-mile-an-hour racing one that has this exact same setup except with a dirt bike engine and a live axle in it. That one, the hood always keeps flopping up on me. So when I went and I crashed it into the fence, I went down a ditch and it fling up, hit the fence, and then slammed back down and just shattered the whole plastic front of the hood. But it's really good, since this is an off-road lawn tractor too. Put this hood mount here. I already flipped it over on top of me once. It went over backwards, and if it didn't have this, it would have popped up and this hood would have gone smashed. But it did bend it a little bit when it flipped. But it's still a sturdy mount. Like, this just goes down there. You put a cotter pin on the bolt and it keeps this hood everywhere. And then another weak point is sometimes these LT1000s only come with a battery tray that might be solid to the ground. They don't always come with these battery holder clips that you want to add on to here. And extra wires for my light bar up here. But you always want to make sure you have a nice strong battery mount to hold your battery in place. Otherwise, when you're going super fast, that thing's going to be bouncing all up and over the place. Back there, it's a little better because it has a whole tray to hold it in. But another thing, really nothing too much up front, except if you do have a solid, or this is a cast iron that I replaced into it, but if it still does have the hollow axle, these things will tend to actually bend the axle. The hollow axle will tend to bend like this way, bend up, bend down, just because it's hollow, and if you're hitting all those bumps at super high speeds and stuff. And then another thing for the spindles up here is that one is braced with just a piece of metal right there. That one is not, which I'll need to do that. I'll probably do that in this video today. But it just keeps the tire from bending up. That way, if you hit all those bumps, it's not going to keep bending up the tire. And then it just keeps it from, while you're hitting all those bumps, it's not going to bend down, bend up. Because that's a 3/4 inch rod that can easily bend and break. And then back here, we have just normal things. I was riding in the snow, so... But back here we have the gas tank, but back here we have the stupid seat sensor that you always pretty much, I'm pretty sure a lot of people hate it, but This one actually had 3 wires going to it, so I had to test them out, hitting 2 wires first, 1 wire, 2 wires, grounding it out to the frame, and I finally got it right, and then just electrical taped them all together. And then the gas tank back here, my gas cap lid came off of after all those bumps, so I'm gonna have to get a new fuel cap lid for that. And then the seat is pretty nice, so no more seat sensor. Everything works good on it. And then back here is, if you're hauling anything with these after you upgrade them and stuff, these will tend to bend down. So I'll brace them, take a piece of metal here, take a piece of metal there, and I'll brace them. I'll probably do that in this video. And then here I have my rear bumper. It's solid, super strong. I don't know if it's gonna fit on with these new tires. These are 22 inches. These are 18, so I'm probably gonna have to make a little bit of room for them. And then, so that this thing isn't gonna be squatted in the front, I'm lifting up the front axle so it has more range to move up and down, and it's just so I have better grip in the rear end. And then back here is, there's also a problem off and on these lawn tractor frames, about towards right there, right towards that bolt hole, because it's just a thin amount of frame right there. The frame is only like that thin, right there, and then there's no really top brace on it, because normally there's a top brace like that on it, going all the way down the frame, but right there, for some reason, where there's a hole in the frame, there's only like that. So I had a few of these frames. I've had 2 of these frames bend on me right at that point, and then the axle will be off, and the rear end will be a little bit crooked. So you might want to just take a piece of metal, brace those. It's a smart idea to do. And then that's pretty much it for this lawn tractor for an lt1000. I mean, they're a pretty solid lawn tractor. These things are nice, solid, really good mounts. If you just structurally weld up this thing, and if you do the pulley swap properly and make sure you have all 4 transmission mounts. I only have 3 right now because I need to still weld the 4th one. But see, my transmission is kind of leaking there, so, but it's always a good idea. But these lawn tractors are very solid lawn tractors. My shifter's right here. Pretty solid shift. Rather than just doing the original shift, this one you're able to shift a lot harder and better. And then the brake normally works very well, but it's covered in oil right now because that seal is blown. But it still works. I just don't have the spring in it, so I guess we'll do that in another video. I'll probably have the link to that other video in the description. But this video is just explaining what you might want to upgrade and what to look for on these lt1000s, what the weak spots are, and stuff on these lawn tractors. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good day. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down twice, and then if you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, and please subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you in the next video.